Welcome to the quick hitter version of Buckets, Boards, and Blocks. I'm Monica McNutt. This week, our featured discussion is with Terrika Foster-Brasby, who covers the WNBA and women's college basketball in particular. She has thoughts on whether or not one and done should come into the women's game as well. This is not like the NBA. These girls are not going to go play summer league. You know what I'm saying? They don't get 3 months before they actually hit the floor in terms of real game action. You get drafted. You got 2 weeks-ish. You got a training camp where you got to prove that I can contribute now. Because there's not this idea of like incubate and wait. That doesn't exist for the W. Like it just doesn't exist.
Which is the reason why I strongly oppose this conversation that keeps popping up about allowing players to come out after 1 year of playing in college. Now, I do agree in equity and fairness. So of course, I do agree that the women should have, in theory, should have the same opportunity that the men have in terms of deciding their future. Like if they want to come out year one, sure. If they want to play all four, sure. They should have the opportunity to decide that. But regardless, and even for the men, because I don't like one and done in the men's game, but especially for the women, where you gonna go, boo? We ain't got no spot for you. Like there's only 12 teams, there's only 144 spots. And realistically, it's not even really 144 spots because some teams not even carrying 12 on a roster this year. You know what I mean? Like some teams I think Phoenix is one where they're only gonna have 11 on a roster this year. So we ain't even got 144 for you. So that like kind of makes a difference where if you're going to open this door for us to say we want to have the potential for women to come out after 1 year to come out as, you know, whatever early, then you also need to open the door for expansion. You need to open the door for more teams. You need to open the door for more roster spots.
I did say, because I think we both agree in that you should have the autonomy of the option. Yep. But the reality is that it's very challenging to actually make that happen. So I said, what if the W did something similar to the NBA where you can declare, don't sign an agent, go test out, you know what I'm saying? Even if you go to training camp after the fact, just for the sake of, let me see what this level of competition is, because it doesn't quite, like there's no combine per se. Yeah. But if you have this waiver that allows me to at least compete in training camp, you know, coaches can use this as practice squad kids, but we get a chance to see what this level is like, and then I can go and forecast what I want to do moving forward. That was my suggestion.
Same thing, or it's at least something similar to a summer league where, or a summer league or a G League or some other step in between college and the pros that give these women an opportunity. That doesn't necessarily mean I have to go overseas or have to play internationally or whatever in order to get this done. I just think that that's a challenge. And sometimes people don't, you know, when we're making these conjectures and we're listening to folks who follow the game, but some who don't really follow the game, just want to be on the conversation. Like they just
call them out then. Call them out.
You know what I mean? Well, they just want to be in on it, so they throw their little 2 cents in here and there. You're like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about, but I appreciate you trying, though. I appreciate you trying.
If you'd like to hear more from Terrika Foster-Brasby, check out the full version of Buckets, Boards, and Blocks. And if listening isn't enough, you can also watch us on the Pure Hoops Media YouTube page.